Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Noelle and I do unboxings, mostly lifestyle subscription boxes, but a variety of other categories as well, including books, beauty, jewelry, travel, home decor, and the very occasional dash of Disney. So if you enjoy unboxings, particularly subscription boxes, I hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell, and that way you'll find out whenever I post new videos, which is usually at least once a day, if not twice. Whenever I announce giveaways, there is always a secret password giveaway going on. You can find out more about that in the Google form linked for you in the description box below, and of course whenever I go live, which is probably not going to be again until the fall months, but I will keep you posted over on the community tab. As always, if you are already subscribed, thank you so much for being here and welcome back. Today I have another Sunset Best of the West box to share with you, and I'm very happy to say that this one has been sent to me for review. So I purchased the first two premium boxes myself, opened them here on the channel. I reached out to their marketing team once again, and they'd already given me a code to share with all of you, which is mauinoel 25, which will save you 25% on either size box. But they did go ahead and give this one to me so that I could review it once again, giving me a little bit of a shot. So hopefully this works out and I get to continue reviewing this box, because I do think it is a great concept and I love the items that they have included so far, because I love Sunset magazine, which if you are an East Coaster you may not be familiar with, but they kind of cover the whole West Coast, the West States, as well as Hawaii, which is where I'm from, and it's just a magazine that I grew up having in our household. It's like a lifestyle magazine, so there was always sort of a travel section, a cooking section, a decor section, definitely a big gardening component, which doesn't always work for me just because I don't have a garden and I have a pretty small home. But again, I love hearing about these different companies that are located on this side of the country, and I've really enjoyed the surprise of it. They don't do any spoilers as far as I can tell. I haven't seen much in terms of marketing for it, and I know some of you have even been wondering where this box is. Now, I did get this one sent to me a little bit later in the season because they went ahead and sent as many boxes out as they could to existing subscribers. Obviously, I'm a little bit lower on that wait list because they were waiting for another product to get restocked. I don't know which one it was, but they were waiting on that, but they did finally get that out to me, which I am, again, so appreciative of. So they have two different box sizes. They have the standard box, which is $69.99, and that includes 4 to 8 products. And then they have the premium box, which is a little bit pricier. It is $149.99 per quarter, and that is going to include 7 to 12. Now, I have not been able to figure out if there is overlap between the two. I'm guessing that the premium box just includes a few more items, but maybe there are some differences. Maybe in the standard box there are a few different items or different sizes in terms of the items, but it's not clear on the product card that they include what would be in the standard box versus what is in the premium box. That is something that I would love to see even on their website, if not in the box itself. Now, there is some savings if you are able to do the annual subscription. I think if you do the annual subscription on the premium box, you save like $15 a box, which is a pretty good deal in my personal opinion. So the box itself doesn't look like much, I will say that, which, you know, back in the day I used to always think that any box over $100 was a little bit more of a luxury box, and I kind of expected a little bit more in terms of packaging. But these days, especially as an unboxing channel where I get so many boxes, I'm very happy to have boxes that are just appropriate for the contents, but also very recyclable. I don't need all of the beautiful gift boxes, but as a paying subscriber, someone who only gets maybe 1 or 2 boxes a quarter, I would probably enjoy having a little bit more of a decorative reusable box. But again, I personally don't mind, especially if the contents inside make up for that. I've definitely gotten a few boxes that are very simple on the outside, just plain cardboard with some branded tape like this, and really enjoyed them. So let's go ahead and dive in. Now, one thing that they have done since I think maybe the second or third box, so I think this is my third box, not my fourth, is that they include a jigsaw puzzle that is based on one of the like vintage covers of the magazine, which I personally don't want that to be an item in every single box, because how many jigsaw puzzles can you have? And especially if you're not a puzzle person, you kind of don't need that many to re-gift all the time. I think the idea is great, but I personally am not a puzzle person. I don't have space for it in my house. It's always something that I wind up re-gifting. So I'm hoping that that is not necessarily something that they continue. Maybe they're just doing it for their first debut year, but we will see. Now they do usually put a vintage cover on their little product card, which I will get into. Now the box itself, you guys, is just full of this bright orange shred, which is definitely something that has been consistent with all of the boxes I've gotten so far. Here is the beautiful cover. It's definitely an older one, so maybe this is actually the jigsaw puzzle this time around. So it says this is from July. I don't see the year on here, but it's definitely cool because it's an actual painting, so you can see that little puzzle piece. So I'm guessing the last one I think was not necessarily the actual puzzle, the image. Maybe it was. I don't remember. But on the back, it does tell us about the items. It does not include the retail values. I would love to see that, although then it maybe encourages you to go to those companies' websites and find out a little bit more about them that way. And I have a feeling I'm not a current magazine subscriber. You probably see some of those same brands, those same companies featured in the magazine as well. So it says summer is right around the corner. So I think they actually meant to send this out back in June. It says, and this premium Best of the West box is loaded with some of our favorite products for making the most of the season. Whether you want to grow with the skills of an award-winning pitmaster, be your own barista, or hit the farmer's market or the beach with style, this box has you covered. And as always, you have an early exclusive access to our latest vintage cover jigsaw puzzle. So it's not an exclusive to the box item. It is something I guess some people like to collect perhaps. And you just have exclusive early access. But again, not something that I necessarily would want to collect. So the first item I am seeing is the ubiquitous Turkish towel, which was like a very popular item in a lot of boxes last year. I haven't seen quite as many of them this year, which is a good thing, but you know, of course, Sunset had to get in on it as well. At least this is a really pretty color. This one does match like the color of one that I got in a past Travelista box. Of course, we have these nice little twisty tassels, which is nice because they're not just the strings, they are actually twisted, so they last a little bit longer. Turkish towels, just in case this is the first time you've happened to see one, are very great for travel because you can see how well they fold down. They're very thin, at the same time they're very absorbent, and they dry very quickly. But these are great for travel or even in your own home, and obviously for picnics, for going to the beach as well. This is one of the things that I've started just packing in my bag, whether I'm going on a boat or to the beach. It's much nicer than packing one of those big terry towels, and also the sand doesn't get stuck in these quite as much. So let's see what it says. It's been called TikTok's favorite beach towel, but we've long known it as the go-to packable and stylish alternative to terry cloth you'll see on the sand from Stinson Beach to Santa Monica. It's super compact and the perfect thing to keep in your bag or trunk to hit the beach when the mood strikes, or use as a wrap on cool summer nights. Like, they always say that, but I feel like it would be a little bit bulky in all honesty to use as a wrap, but in a pinch you definitely could. I mean, I've even used like a Mexican blanket in a pinch as a wrap when I was a little bit chilly on the beach. So this is cool. So this is from Zule Kitchen, which I've definitely gotten items from them before in other boxes. And this is some ice cube trays, which in all honesty is great because the ice maker in my refrigerator is not working, much to my chagrin. And my husband hasn't reached out to the repairman to get it fixed yet. So we did get some ice cube trays. We are going to be fine. We need our nice icy cold drinks. But this is kind of cool. These are silicone, like large ice cubes for maybe your fancy cocktails in a very sleek black color. So I'm going to try to keep them away from the shred here so that they don't get too dusty. But these are neat. So you can make ice balls. Oh, this is cool, you guys. So it's actually to make ice balls. This is awesome. Let me see if I can slide this little, slide the little card off of here. So it says, perfect ice is the crowning touch to any number of summer drinks, whether you want a beautiful, slow melting spherical ice cube as the finishing touch in your exactingly mixed craft cocktail, or a stack of oversized cubes chilling down your lavender lemonade. To double the visual appeal, freeze fresh fruit or herbs into the cube. So very artistic. So let's see. This is how this works. Oh, huh. All right, so here are our big square cubes. That's pretty self-explanatory, right? And then we also have the option to make these spherical cubes. So you can see that it goes on both sides. And then you actually go ahead and use this little funnel to fill those. That's neat. And then these two pieces obviously come apart when it is time to pull out your cubes. That is super cool. And if you had like a little strawberry or a little sprig of mint floating in that spherical cube for your mojitos, that would be pretty impressive. I think that is really cool. So there is a little bit of instructions, I think, there to figure out how to make those spherical cubes work. That is really neat. I'm actually pretty into that. Separate the top and the bottom. Ensure the cover is tightly in place so that it doesn't spill out. It says recommended to use binder clips or tie a string around the tray to keep it secure. Then you insert the funnel and slowly pour water. It's okay to spill a little water in the top of the tray because it will freeze and can be broken off. Yeah, that is really neat. I didn't know I needed that, but I did. So, okay, they get an A+ for something that I haven't seen in a box, as well as, you know, maybe a B+ for an item that is great, but that I have tons of. All right, let's see what else we have. This is pour over coffee. So from Kuju Coffee. Oh, so these are great. I have gotten them from a whole bunch of different brands. Basically, it's like a little pocket of coffee. You open it up, you kind of just set it on opposite edges of your coffee mug, and then you pour boiling water over it. I'll show you guys that diagram right there while we read about it, and then you have coffee, and it's so great, again, for travel. So it says California-based Kuju Coffee is the pioneer in camp-ready, go-anywhere premium pour-over coffee. The packable pouches contain an ingenious brewing system preloaded with ethically sourced ground beans. Simply perch it on the rim of your cup, pour hot water over, and you've got balanced, deeply flavored mug of coffee. Made for the road and perfect for home. So I actually use them at home more. I've taken them on the road with me though as well. Then you just have to make sure that you have something that can make hot water. Sometimes your hotel room might not come with that, or you just have one of those nice like almost European style hot water carafes. So this is medium roast, and it says oak, chocolate, and honey are the notes, and it looks like we have 6 of these pour over guys in there. So that's pretty cool. You could even use your fancy ice cubes and make iced coffee, but that would be a shame to kind of ruin your cubes that way. Looks like we have a fancy stir stick from Zule as well, so lots of kitchen items. I'm okay with that. Let's see if I can get this one open. So it is a rose gold cocktail spoon. So interesting that they just gave us the one spoon, but I'll take it. I do have a pretty like equipped bar set up, even though I have a very small home. I'm hoping that one day I can take advantage of it and have that bar open more often. So we got one of these fancy, like, you know, fancy cocktail stirrers with a nice like twisted handle. It says a beautiful rose gold cocktail spoon is so much more than a cocktail spoon. Yes, it's the essential tool for elegantly stirring, not shaking, martinis and Manhattans and other classic drinks, but can also be used for cracking ice, as a tasting spoon to keep on hand as you cook, or to add flair to a pitcher of lemonade or iced tea that you put out for guests. I do actually love having these in very tall pitchers just to kind of stir up, you know, the mint or the lemons or whatever that kind of falls to the bottom, your sangria. It is nice to do that and to be able to kind of like scoop out anything that you're in the mood for, like especially in sangria. Sometimes I want that particular strawberry and I want that one. So that's a good way to kind of scoop that out with a nice long spoon. All right. Something else, ooh, this looks good. So we do get a lot of seasoning in different boxes, which I am okay with because I don't really do a lot of food boxes because I don't do tastings on camera because I don't want to be rude. But this is something that we can definitely use even though we're pretty well into the summer. So this is from Horn Barbecue. It's an original all-purpose rub, and we got a nice big jar of it. This would be great on any kind of meat, I am guessing, as well as like burgers, fries even probably. Let's see. What does it say about this deliciousness? It says legendary barbecue rub. Pitmaster Matt Horn runs a triumvirate of restaurants in Oakland. Coburg, Maddie's Old Fashioned, and the joint that started it all, Horn Barbecue. We've scored a highly allocated batch of the same proprietary spice blend that helped make him famous. Use it on darn near anything you'd smoke or grill, from beef and pork ribs and brisket to salmon and chicken. Yes, and I love grilling in the summer, but honestly, it's always like warm enough here in San Diego to grill, and I always send my husband out, and then at the end of the night, I have to remind him to go put the grill cover back on. He's always very upset about that because he's usually happily asleep on the couch. I'm like, get up and go put the grill cover on. I mean, I could do it too, but I like to make him do it. All right, this is something I've actually gotten in an Authentic Books box once before. This is the Nopalera Cactus soap, which is great. So it says, inspired by the beauty and richness of Mexican culture and made with lemongrass, plant butters, and yes, cactus, this aromatic and aesthetically dialed-in vegan soap from Nopalera is one of the most charming bath and beauty products we've seen. The chic graphic packaging makes it a perfect guest bathroom amenity or hostess gift. So always thinking about the packaging. So that's very, very Sunset magazine of them to think think about it that way. Lots of information about it on the back. La cosecha del mañana, gather rain, clear the clouds, sun will rise. And then it's really cool, you guys, because it's in the shape of a cactus. Isn't that cool? I think that's cool. So, ooh, smells good. It smells like a little bit of like citronella in there, honestly. Oh, so lemongrass and planta futura. I don't know if that's actually lemongrass. Maybe it is. I don't know how to say it. Let's see. I think the next thing is probably just our jigsaw puzzle, which I am going to go ahead and take the plastic wrap off so that you guys can see. It is the same image that was on the card. I guess I didn't have to take the plastic wrap off, but I will show it to you. So it does tell us that it's called right of way. There's some people in a car that are about to run down this poor horse that's spooking on what looks like a very narrow trail. I would say the horse has the right of way over the car. It is 500 pieces, so not too crazy, but this is what it looks like, of course. And so you can find all these puzzles and more at NewYorkPuzzleCompany.com. So they are working with them, and I'm seeing 8 on here. It says Sunset is the premier resource for achieving the ultimate Western lifestyle. Formed in 1898 as a promotional magazine for the Southern Pacific Railroad, the magazine was intended to combat the negative Wild West stereotypes about California. Its articles on travel, home design, outdoor living, recipes, and menus all celebrate the region. The early Sunset cover art captured in this puzzle collection was from the golden age of magazine illustration, visually exemplifying all these Western ideals. So I do love magazine covers for the beautiful photography, but it is so cool that back in the day there were actually artists that created paintings for them. So I actually really appreciate that they put that description of Sunset magazine on the back there, especially for those of you who are not familiar with it. But now I almost kind of wish that I had collected all of them that we had gotten in past boxes, but it looks like I'm seeing ones on there that we haven't gotten. I'm seeing ones on there that are not the ones that I've already received. So I think there's more than the 8, and they're just showing a sample of 8. But those are cool. Like some of the ones that have like horses or boats, because that's like what my family is into. Horses and boats are the ones I would probably hold on to. I do think we have one more item. There are a total of 9. This is, ooh, pretty. Golden granola from Valerie for Sunset. And it's just got this very like hipster, almost kind of retro label here. So frequent Sunset contributor Valerie Gordon is the proprietor of LA's Valerie Confections, a laboratory of sweet delights. For this box, she created an exclusive toasty granola studded with summer fruits. It's the perfect mix in for your breakfast yogurt, a crunchy topping for a fresh fruit crisp, or a packable gourmet breakfast for your glamp site or road trip. So yes, definitely got a little bit of travel vibes with this, with our packable towel, with our on-the-go coffee, and of course with this granola would be delicious. So I thought this was pretty good. Oh, looks like we have one more item in here that I'm just not seeing, which is something that we get in a lot of boxes. It is the French Market bag, which is basically one of these mesh bags, which is great for fruit and also great for the beach if you want the sand to just kind of go through it. So you guys have seen these many times before. I like that they gave it to us in this nice natural color. I'm not going to unroll it because I'm going to just pack it right back up, but it's a good thing to have on hand. They're very small, which is really nice as well. You just have to be careful. I was just somewhere where I saw a gal, she was on a boat and she had all of her stuff in there, and it made sense because it was like her flip-flops and her beach towel, but she also had a chapstick, which I was surprised was managing to stay in there. But yes, we like caught her and we're like, your chapstick is about to go. So just know that if you have any smaller items, you want to have like a little pouch inside of this. But usually I use it mostly for like produce, your farmers markets, that kind of thing. So it says, while your pantry might be stuffed with piles of canvas and market totes, we guarantee you won't be ditching your new French Market bag anytime soon. They're compact and hold a ton. The mesh doesn't trap dirt from farm fresh products. Plus, they make you feel like you're on vacation in Provence, even if you're just making a run to the supermarket. So this is just the normal size. The straps are long enough to go over your shoulders. Oh, it looks like we got 2 of them. That's cool. So we actually got a set of 2 of them. So they said French Market tote, but we actually got 2. So that is kind of nice. So you can kind of keep your produce separated if you want to, or maybe have one that's dedicated for your beach trips and one that is more for your market trips. So I might put this in the back of the car with my Trove bags, which I use for the market because I've been really good about it lately. So let's go over everything that we got in this Sunset Best of the West box. I actually thought this one was pretty good. My only like you know, a little bit of a thing that I would prefer if there was any customization is I would probably opt not to get the jigsaw puzzle each time. So we got our premium portable pour over coffee. We got our cool Cactus soap, our Turkish beach towel, at least they did give us a pretty color, our legendary barbecue rub. This I am super excited about because I love barbecuing. Our rose gold cocktail spoon, very pretty. Our French Market bags, so I'm glad I opened it up, so I found out that we got 2. Our golden granola, it's not like a super big bag, but you know, granola is such a nice treat. Our jumbo silicone ice cube trays, that is my favorite item in the box because I don't have any of those. And of course our exclusive sunset puzzle from the New York Puzzle Company. So all in all, I thought it was a pretty good box. I think if you get this box for 25% off, you are definitely getting a deal. Probably right about the MSRP price if you like add everything up. But again, you're supporting a lot of great small businesses. You are getting some things that I haven't seen in boxes before. I love the exclusive to the box items. You guys let me know what you think, and if you would like to continue seeing it here on the channel. I know I personally would, and again, I think that 25% off is a really great deal. Maybe you could get one of the standard boxes and tell me what was in it. I hope to see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing.